EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up between the Austin Armadillos taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. They start the drive with Peterson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Peterson. Down the numbers. There he goes. He may go. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 73 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Armadillos are on the board here first in the season opener. The 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. In motion, Hill. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Fielded just inside the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So they bring out their punter. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Hey, 31, 36.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Here's Watson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. In motion, Hill. Now it's Watson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. He'll return it from the 6. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
24 down, he's coming.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Reset. At 55.
Another try for Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
A gain of 6 yards. Brings up 4th down and goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run again on 1st down, Peterson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now a 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18.
They run again with Peterson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some motion, maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10.
19 Lions. Hey, let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They'll look to throw again. Here's a screen to Powell. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll change things around before the snap. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Back to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And give him a full 10 yards there. 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
10-yard pickup. It's 2nd and goal.
70 Timberwolves.
The Rams 2-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Armadillos have regained the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Armadillos
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 24 now, here's second down and 8. Here's Watson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Buchanan. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Watson trying to get his guys moving.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Watson now on second down. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Barkley trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Watson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Third and 5. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Here we go, here we go. Set, let's go.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. An audible here to get a new look. Back to throw here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. And a 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 31 yards. And the Armadillos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Next, the score, Armadillos 21, Rams 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And they're going to speed things up here. Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly,
it got his man complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for the touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 75 yards, and they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he returns this to the 22. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw on second is Watson. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Now Watson. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Rams. Tyreek Hill, 61 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive,
that's caught at the 25. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Armadillos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Pushes him aside at the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Let's go.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Watson now to throw on second down. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
Terry McLaurin. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
The offense on third down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's a gain of 8.
Now Watson, he's going to move him around.
Hey, 31!
On third down, Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive linemen, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. They'll go to Barkley again. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Now they'll shift things around. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Had a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, third and goal. Back to throw. Campbell eluding the pressure right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Rolling to his left. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Then he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, He'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Let's go now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
On the ball, on the ball.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson.
Up the right sideline. Now look out. He's to the 20.
And touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Armadillos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. On 1st and 10, Watson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good. First down.
Watson on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marco Wilson.
And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Peterson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Again, Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for Austin, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.